Hi Cancer, welcome to your general tarot tune-in. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is Tarot with Netta. Please subscribe, like, comment on the video if it resonates with you. If it doesn't, just check out your other placements. And let's dive right in to see what's going on for my dear Cancer babies. So we will start off with the challenge position. So if you have been following my videos, I'm just going to switch it up in regards to what we're looking at. So instead of the past, present, and future spread, we'll be going into your current challenges, what's coming towards you, and what's in your advice position. So let's see what is in the challenge position for Cancer when they come across this video. Okay, angel, spirits, guides. Knight of Wands, 10 of Swords, 7 of Wands. Okay, so in your challenge position, I see that there might have been some type of betrayal. It could have been done by somebody in their fire element, fire energy. This Knight of Wands can sometimes represent the player, somebody who comes in and out of somebody else's life very quickly. Could be tied to Sagittarius or Gemini, just very life of the party, but a little bit flaky type of energy. No offense to any Sages and Geminis out there. I love you all. But this could have left you feeling stabbed in the back, betrayed. There could have been an ending, and now you have found yourself in the position with the 7 of Wands here in conflict, but the type of conflict that you're in is with imaginary forces. So potentially forces that you have created in your mind, some type of challenges because of this betrayal that you've experienced with this player energy. You could be very mistrustful of others. So as this being in your challenge, yeah, you are probably being required to find trust in others, which is very difficult for you. You are probably not wanting to let your guard down, especially as a Cancer. You know, you are represented by the crab, so you have a very strong exterior, very strong boundaries. So even in the first place, to kind of get played by this type of character, it's like you almost feel like you let yourself down. So you know, this really does feel like a literal death of the ego. Maybe you found yourself in a position that you told yourself you would never be in. Maybe you were always the friend that gave others advice, you know, don't go for guys or girls that have the red flags, you know, he's got the red flag. And yeah, you fell for it, you fell for the charm, and that's okay. You know, life is a learning process. And the learning that you are required right now, the challenge is to learn to forgive, which again is very difficult once you've been let down, maybe even multiple times. And learning how to move on and move forward. And you know, even forgive and forget, it's sometimes not very realistic, but I think it's better to say, take what you've learned and apply it. So next time you see or encounter or are enticed by an individual that comes into your life with passion, charisma, charm, you know, but they carry a lot of red flags, don't think that you are can't fall into that victim, like not victim, but can't, that you are too good to fall into someone's trap, if that makes sense. Like, you have been humbled. This is a reality check. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Cancer. I have Cancer moon, so I get it. This is motherly love, okay? Yeah, the challenge position is, you know, you've been checked. Your ego has been checked. Something that you thought couldn't happen to you happened to you, and now you're learning to rebuild, and you are struggling with almost like paranoia as well. Like when certain people come into your life now, you're doing a whole like, okay, what do they want? Like, what is my intuition telling me about them? Who are they? Who do they know? Like, very, very careful. Very, very, yeah, you just want to make sure whoever you let into your life now, that they pass all of the checklist points. And it gets stressful living that way, but you know, once you've experienced in general a type of trauma caused by another person, some type of betrayal, abandonment, abuse, narcissistic abuse, it's rampant, you know. Once you've gone through the ringer, it's very hard to trust other humans again. And yeah, that's in the challenge position. You are at a very vulnerable state right now. So let's see what's coming to you, my dear Cancer. What's coming to you? Excuse me, my throat just got very dry. Four of Cups, the Death, and the Hermit. Yeah, you are going through an ending, some type of psychological rebirth, and it's causing you to go in. So you could be connecting with Scorpio, Virgo. There is some divine support coming towards you. You are refusing to take that support. It might not be divine, but it might just be like you could be invited to like a group, or you know, a group therapy, or you know, the support from other people that have been through similar things. I see you really just kind of like turning your back on it and deciding to go inwards and experience. You're almost going through a dark night of the soul. This is what's coming towards you. This is what you're in. It's a very heavy place to be in. But you gain a lot of wisdom. So you're going through a psychological rebirth at this time. This is not easy, but it's, you know, it's profound. It's spiritual work, essentially. If this is the path that you're on, this is the point where you are required to learn how to shine the light in the darkness, become your own light. Find the things that light you up so you can move forward through this dark period. Essentially, the only way out is through. You're kind of over all of the self-help, spiritual bypassing things that are like in your environment or community. It doesn't resonate with you. You don't find that it's supportive. You find that it's fake even. Hate to say it, but it happens. You are like in it to feel, okay? Like I'm ready to feel like, why did I experience this? Why did I allow myself to experience this? Why did my soul choose this path? You're beginning to ask very deep questions, beginning to look at the betrayal as a form of empowerment rather than victimhood, and becoming that sage figure through this hermit-like experience of going inward, creating very strong boundaries. You could even be looking up like 6 months to 1 year, just kind of like not disappearing, vanishing completely, but just having very strong boundaries and taking time to yourself to really reflect on who you are. There's a big psychological ego death and upgrade as a result of this. So let's see what's in your advice position, Cancer. What's your advice, my dear Cancer babies? Spirit guides, angels. What's the advice for Cancer during this time? This is a very potent time. Okay. All right, so you have, I'm gonna put them in the order that they came out. 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, 5 of Wands. Wow, okay, so the 5s are not easy numbers to be in. They are numbers of transformation. There is a loss of hope. There is going to be some anxiety, some sleepless nights, some mental chatter that is creating a separation between who you are and what you aspire to be. The 5 of Wands has been coming up in a lot of the readings, and I love this in the advice position because I always see the 5 of Wands as representative, as the beginning point of a Kundalini awakening or some type of spiritual awakening where you are taking all of that frustration, all of that darkness, and using your physical body, the lower 3 chakras, the root chakra, the sacral, the solar plexus. This is inward fire, inner conflict. Like if you think of jogging, Pilates, any type of like breath work, like where you're really beginning to tap into that fire element at the base of your spine, at your navel, at your core, and beginning to reconnect with your willpower. So that's your solar plexus, you know, connecting to who you are and how you identify with yourself through that fire element. There's going to be a big transformation here. You're going to look at the things that you fear: loss of hope, abandonment, rejection. 5 of Pentacles is, you know, a very sad card. If you had like a spiritual community or belong to a certain faith and you get the 5 of Pentacles, this is like, I suddenly don't believe it anymore. There's like some type of outcast or the feeling of becoming some type of outcast in your own like faith or spirituality. And there's that fear with the 9 of Swords here that, okay, like I can't sleep, I can't think, I can't eat, like what's going on? You have to tap into this 5 of Wands and go back to the basics. Walking every day, jogging every day, if you hate it or not, finding a repetition in the mundane that's going to make you physically stronger, starting at the basics and the root. So this is in your advice position. That is going to help to rewire and reset these challenges that you have currently experienced. Yeah, going back to the root of who you are and what makes you human, essentially. Okay, my dear Cancers, I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please leave a like, comment. Again, if you're new here, subscribe. I will post an extended for you possibly in the next reading, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.